Albert Knudsen, and we're doing a special chemical report today on DDT from Chestermere High School, and today we got a special guest, Brici Brelovich, and he's going to talk to us about DDT.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, so DDT is a dichloro-diphenyl trichloroethane.
Oh, okay.
You see, DDT was used as a pesticide in the 70s, but they stopped.
Oh, okay.
It's very toxic.
Will it hurt me if I consume it, or it gets on my skin?
If it gets on your skin, no. But if you consume it, yes. It's toxic to environmental wildlife, including marine animals such as fishies.
Oh, like dolphins, right?
Yeah, it's less toxic to mammals on Earth, though, so not dolphins.
Okay.
DDT also causes the thinning of bird eggs, and causes this caused a severe decrease in the population of birds.
Oh, so less birdie fly.
Yeah, less birdies. It also caused severe mutations in birds.
Oh, okay.
And it enters the environment with biomagnification and bioaccumulation.
Oh, and what are those, if I may ask?
Oh, you want to know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Well, you see, biomagnification is when biomagnification is when a pollutant enters an environment.
Okay.
So DDT, and then enters the first organism in the food chain.
Oh, like say cockroaches or some small insects like that.
Yes. So as it enters the food chain and moves down it, there's more and more animals infected by it, because as it enters the food chain and moves down it, there's more animals that are affected by it, because
I guess they keep getting consumed by other animals, by their niches.
Yeah, that's why, because they eat one another and they keep carrying it down the food chain. So an example of biomagnification is when the pesticides such as DDT are sprayed on the crops, they are eaten by mice.
Oh, the mice. So what is bioaccumulation, if I may ask myself?
Well, it also involves how a pollutant is transferred into an ecosystem, just like biomagnification. But it's a transfer between the animals, not from the environment to the animals.
Oh.
So it's the transfer of the pollutant between animals in the food chain. So when that mouse eats the crop and gains the DDT, that's biomagnification. But when an eagle eats the mouse, that's bioaccumulation. Yeah.
You are a master. I now understand.
Do you want to know why this is important to know? The difference between the two?
Yeah, that'd probably be helpful for this segment.
Well, you see, it's important to know these two processes because then you understand how a chemical pollutant enters an environment, and how it's passed down in that environment and that food chain.
Oh.
We got a chemical crisis!
Warning. Warning. We have a chemical crisis.
So, Mr. Brelovich.
Yes.
How does DDT enter the environment?
Well, you see, DDT was a pesticide, like I mentioned earlier, and it was commonly used in North America. And it was applied to crops, mainly, using crop dusters, so airplanes. So you see, they spray large amounts of DDT over the crop, and the thing is, when the DDT was sprayed, it doesn't break down easily, right? So it lasts in that environment a long time. So it sinks into the ground.
Oh, like into the soil and stuff.
Yes, yes. And it moves into the waterways, such as the rivers and the lakes, and it stays there a really long time. These flows reach the oceans and lakes with the DDT still in them, and the DDT is also on the crops, like I mentioned, and in the soil, right? Anyways, any animals that eat the wheat, so mice, birds, and other animals, or animals that swim in the DDT-infested waters, such as fish, they will all ingest the pesticide.
Oh, making them contaminated with the DDT pesticide.
So now it is in the environment and in the ecosystem.
Well, now I'm gonna bring in my good friend, Ahmad Babood.
Oh, who is he?
He is a local farmer that uses DDT on his crops. So if you could just move aside, and he'll just stand right here. So, Mr. Babood, how does DDT enter the food chain?
Well, you know, when farmers like us spray the DDT on the crop, the DDT is all over the crop, and it filters into the ground. Now, it also moves into water such as rivers and lakes. It also enters the food chain when mice and other consumers eat the crops. The DDT is absorbed in the ground and is digested by the invertebrates in the ground, such as earthworms and mollusks.
Oh, okay.
The DDT that is spread into the water was consumed by the fish and other aquatic animals. The fish are consumed by larger fish, and further taking the DDT down the food chain.
Yes.
So I must ask you, What is the DDT through the tropic levels and the progression of it?
Oh, yeah, you want to know the relative concentrations as well?
Yeah, let's say like the parts per million, for instance.
Okay, well, you see the first trophic level, the producers, they have an amount of 0.04 ppm of DDT. So that's 0.04 parts per million of DDT.
Oh, ppm.
Yeah, parts per million of DDT in the first level. The second trophic
What is
level,
the first level?
producers, I already said that.
Oh, you did? I must have haven't turned my hearing aid up. Okay, now on to the second tropic level.
Yes, the second trophic level, the primary consumers, they have about 0.23 parts per million of DDT. Then it's the third trophic level, which is the secondary consumers, and they have a whopping 2.07 parts per million.
Sure they do, buzzword.
So I must ask, what are the effects of the substance, both positive and negative, on members of the food chain?
Well, to be honest with you, there are no positive effects on anything in the food chain other than the fact that it kills pests. Now then, microorganisms are affected negatively. They are very small and sensitive, and the DDT affects them but does not kill them. They do not die, but the DDT in them gets transferred to other consumers in the food chain. You following?
I'm following, I gotcha, man.
Invertebrates that live on land are hardly affected at all, such as earthworms and mollusks. They can hold DDT in them safely for a long time, but this is a problem for the predators, which ingest the DDT.
Yes.
Fish are heavily affected by DDT. Not only does it affect them and their biological process, such as breeding, it affects much of the food chain. Eagles, osprey, and hawks are the birds most affected. DDT makes the eggs of the birds much more sensitive. It also causes mutations in the birds and affects how they are born. Mutations include altered wings, bent beaks, crooked legs. Now, DDT did surprisingly not affect humans at all. This is because the human skin is too thick to absorb any DDT.
Oh, lucky us, eh? Lucky us.
Even the people who are in direct contact.
Now, may I ask you,
Yes.
can you tell me your bibliography and where you got all your sources from?
Yes, I can. http://toxics.usgs.
Okay, well guys, I've really learned a lot about DDT in this segment. And I think I'm about to wrap it up because our 10 minutes of fame is just about over. So I'm going to thank you both for coming on the show, and I'll hope to hang out with you guys later.
Bye.